What if I told you there was a restaurant with 1,000 orange roofs across America, a place that fed more families than anyone except the U.S. Army, and it vanished so completely that most of these dishes can't be ordered anywhere today? Howard Johnson's ran on one idea, that the chowder in Ohio should taste exactly like the coast of Massachusetts. Stay till the end, because number one is the dish that built the whole empire. Hit that subscribe button, because every week we bring the forgotten tastes of your childhood back where they belong. Let's count them down, from remarkable to unforgettable. Number 11, the coleslaw. At Howard Johnson's, the slaw wasn't an afterthought, it was part of the signature. Crisp, shredded cabbage in a dressing that balanced sweet and tangy, cold and bright, riding alongside the clams and fish on nearly every seafood plate. It cut straight through the richness of the fried food, and the tubs in your grocery case today would never have made it past HoJo's back door. Number 10, Boston baked beans. This was Howard Johnson's wearing its New England heart on its sleeve. Navy beans slow baked for hours with molasses and brown sugar until they turned mahogany dark, served in a little glazed pot with salt pork on top. Being served beans in their own pot made a cheap dinner feel like an occasion. Canned beans took over, and we forgot what the real thing tasted like. Number 9, the frap. Order a milkshake at Howard Johnson's and you got a New England frap, whipped at the fountain until the straw stood straight up on its own, built from 28 flavors of real butterfat ice cream. The soda jerk poured it tall and set the steel mixing cup beside your glass, so you got the extra 2. The chains that replaced HoJo's just pump thin shakes from powder. Number 8, fried haddock. The clams get all the glory, but the fried fish deserved its own headline. Fresh haddock or flounder in batter, fried until the crust turned deep gold and the fish inside flaked apart white and steaming. For Catholic families who didn't eat meat on Fridays, this was the Friday dinner, and the place filled up every week. Frozen breaded fish replaced it almost everywhere. Number 7, the hot, open-faced turkey sandwich. Roast turkey over a single slice of bread, buried under hot gravy, crowned with mashed potato that got its own gravy too, and a spoonful of cranberry that turned a Tuesday into a little Thanksgiving. It was the meal you ordered when you were tired and cold and wanted to feel taken care of. If you're realizing your own family pulled off the highway under one of these orange roofs, hit that like button. It helps us reach the folks who remember. And if you haven't subscribed yet, come sit with us every week. Moving on. Number 6, macaroni and cheese. Long before the blue box took over America, HoJo's mac and cheese was so good they froze it and sold it in grocery stores nationwide. Elbow macaroni, folded into a real cheddar sauce, topped with crumbs and baked until the top browned and the edges crisped. You broke through that toasted crust into a creamy, sharp, golden interior. The boxed stuff is a shadow of it. Number 5, the root beer float. The fountain was where Howard Johnson's began, and the float was the fountain at its purest. 2 or 3 scoops of rich butterfat vanilla in a tall glass, cold root beer poured over the top so it foamed into a tan fizzing cloud over the rim. The last surviving location said it was one of the most requested items right to the end. Number 4, the chicken pot pie. Tender chunks of chicken, peas, carrots, and potato swimming in a thick golden gravy, sealed beneath a flaky crust that puffed and browned in the oven. You broke through the top and the steam rolled out, carrying the smell of Sunday dinner. The frozen pot pies we buy today are mostly crust and salt and a thin slick of paste. Number 3, the frankfurt. Howard Johnson's didn't sell hot dogs, they sold frankfurts, and the spelling tells you they thought of them as something better. Grilled in butter until the skin blistered and split, then nestled into a split-top New England roll, buttered on both sides and grilled golden. Butter on the meat, butter on the bun, grilled twice. People who grew up on them have spent their lives trying to find one that measures up. Number 2, the 28 flavors. This wasn't a menu item. It was a national institution, the single thing every American remembers about Howard Johnson's. 28 flavors of rich butterfat ice cream, standards like chocolate and strawberry beside ones that have nearly vanished, like burgundy, cherry, maple, walnut, and butter crunch. If a kid could prove he'd tried all 28, the 29th was free. No freezer aisle has ever truly replaced it. Number 1, the tendersweet fried clam. This is the dish that built the empire and the one people still dream about. Howard Johnson made fried clams famous through an exclusive deal with the Sofrin Brothers Clam Company in Ipswich, Massachusetts, to remove the dark belly and leave only the sweet, tender strip. That's why they were called tendersweet. No grit, no bitterness, just clean, sweet clam meat fried until the outside turned crisp and golden and the inside stayed juicy. Served in a basket or rolled into that buttered split-top bun, it was the gold standard. The dish that taught the whole country what a fried clam could be. Ask anyone who was there, and the fried clams are the first thing they remember. So here's my question. Which one did your family stop for? Are you Team Fried Clams, Team Frankfurt, or Team 28 Flavors? Drop it in the comments, and if you haven't subscribed yet, come join us. Because that orange roof was never just a restaurant. It was the promise that somebody was looking out for you on the road every 50 miles, all the way home.